A prominent South Korean lawmaker has expressed strong criticism regarding Washington's involvement in the global semiconductor industry, reflecting unease in Seoul over U.S. attempts to rally Asian allies behind its economic security agenda. Hyang-ja, a former chip engineer and Samsung executive who previously led a ruling party committee on South Korea's semiconductor competitiveness, has cautioned that efforts to restrict China's access to advanced chips could potentially harm relationships with other Asian allies. Yang warned that if the U.S. persists in pursuing America First policies and unpredictable punitive actions against other nations, it could lead to the formation of an alliance against the U.S. by other countries. She emphasized that while the U.S. holds a dominant position globally, it should consider universal values and refrain from weaponizing its strength, as this approach is undesirable. The U.S. has introduced legislation offering substantial subsidies to non-Chinese chipmakers to boost semiconductor production within its borders. These subsidies are tied to limitations on their ability to upgrade or expand facilities in China. Additionally, the Biden administration has enacted strict export controls on essential chip manufacturing tools destined for China, along with banning U.S. entities from offering support to Chinese companies involved in advanced chip production. Concerns are growing in Seoul that these measures might provoke a backlash from Beijing, potentially disrupting intricately balanced supply chains and impacting profits. Some South Korean officials, like Lee Jae-myung, leader of the Democratic Party, have criticized the conservative government for aligning too closely with the U.S. and Japan against China and Russia, alleging harm to the nation's economic and security interests. Yang, a former Democratic Party member who formed her own technocratic party, Hope of Korea, in June, acknowledged that current U.S. tech-related sanctions have not yet harmed the South Korean semiconductor industry. She suggested that such sanctions might reduce output, leading to increased prices. She noted that more stringent U.S. sanctions against China could incentivize China to accelerate its technological advancements, posing a potential crisis for South Korea due to China's skilled workforce and available resources. Yang advocated for the U.S. to abandon its current approach of disrupting the global value chain through sanctions and emphasized that the U.S. had benefited from expertise in manufacturing memory and processor chips from South Korea and Taiwan. Contrary to some concerns, many analysts believe that the U.S. measures might actually help South Korean chipmakers by slowing the progress of their Chinese competitors. Remember to subscribe.